Okay, so it's going to my hotel room. So it's Docker Swarm tutorial time. Now, where does this come from? Basically, like I was doing this Postgres in Azure, and it was like $55 a month. And I was like, that literally makes no sense because I can do the exact same resources, like literally the same resources on my Docker Swarm for $5. So basically, today I'm gonna show you how to do that. Mm. You'll see that this is extremely easy. So we're gonna actually we're gonna time it so you see how easy it is. Now we're gonna look at like headsnare in general, how to set up the Docker Swarm, which is very easy, how to do the Postgres, DNS, and more. A lot more actually. You can do a bunch of stuff with this, and I'll give you some examples. We'll also set up traffic and portainer and stuff like that. So you'll see what it is in a second. Um, okay, so basically we have this. I made this like Google Colab, and it basically has like every single command that you need to run and all the variables and stuff. It's super handy and it's very easy to follow. And you'll see like I will use it right now, and you can just follow this Google Colab and run all the commands, and you'll basically get the exact same thing as I do. So it's super easy. Okay, so let's go. Basically, okay, there we go. So step one, headset account. Like you just need to make a headset account. This is honestly like more time consuming than you would imagine, but I mean it's fine. Like they need a lot of information, but they're German, so you should be okay. Also, here's my referral, so you get free 20 euros. And this is like for months in the cheapest server with the cheapest server. So it's pretty good. And yeah, most importantly, I also get 10 bucks. So it's you should use this definitely. Okay, so now inside the Headcenter account, you create project. Now we're gonna call this get Docker uh, add project. Then you click here, create server. Oh, whoops, apparently didn't. Okay, now you create a location. Use this. Here you go, apps Docker. Here you select basically like what type of server you want. You can change this in the future, so I usually do like the cheapest one for testing. Now networking, it's always IPv4. Now SSH keys, this is the first this is the first part. So basically, you can come here and you can change this into your actual email. And then you basically run these commands from your terminal. So you open up your terminal and then you run these commands. Passphrase, no passphrase for us. Then you check this one. There we go. And then you just copy paste it right here. This will allow you basically to like access your server. Now then again, you can see here, you don't need to do what I did. This is only because I have like a lot of credentials and I don't want to overwrite them. But like you can do the easy one. Anyways, SSH key is done, no volumes. This is basically like an SSD. Firewalls will set up in a second. Backups, this is very good. Like you get backups for like 20% of the server price, which is pretty like it's pretty cheap. Your disk basically gets saved like every like day, I think, or something. Yeah, daily. Okay, create. So far so good. Now this is creating, so now we'll create the firewall. So you come here, create firewall. We have already for port 22. Then let's do the second one for port 80. There we go. And this one for 443. So basically this is SSH, HTTP, HTTPS. Create firewall. Oh, and then I forgot to apply it. Horrible speedrun. Okay, there we go. Now it's applied. Hopefully this is running. I think it's running. So now that this is all working, yeah, server created, amazing. You can like this did it. This is it, right? You come here and then you change this for your IP. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Yes. Now you have a server. Like this is just a server. Um. Okay. Amazing. This is $5 by the way. Okay, so let's keep going. Now Docker Swarm, right? What is Docker Swarm? It's a tool that basically manages like clusters of Docker containers. Yeah, okay, irrelevant. We'll look at that in a second. So now inside of Hetzner, we'll basically create a local network. So you go here into network, create network. I usually change this to use east. Create, and then you come here and then you add the server. So you add this server. Um, and then you get this address, which is, I mean, it's always like this one. So you can just put it here. And now you can run this command inside your server. You go, boom, Docker Swarm init. That's it. Docker Swarm is working. And then you can come here and like create a new we're basically creating a new folder called compose. You'll see why in a second, but that's it. Our Docker Swarm is working. Okay, amazing. So now Postgres, like we're literally there. Now you can see this was a step 8 because usually like this was a longer thing and Postgres was at the end basically. But we're doing a speed run, so I put it up a little bit. So yeah, inside your server, you basically create another folder. This is Postgres. Then you'll see what it is in a second. Now we create our Docker Compose, and now we edit this Docker Compose. Now this is Vim. Now, what do we put inside of here? I already made this like as easy as possible for you, so like you can just change your Postgres password, and then you can copy paste this this text, and there we go. So basically, what is this? Just version, services, Postgres. What is the image, right? What are the ports? The volume. So this is the folder we created before. So this is this one right here. And then just the like the database, the user, the password, and yeah, some other stuff. But like it's really not that hard. And once you get that running, you just come here and then you boom. Docker stack deploy. The compose is what we just created, and then this is the name. Now that's it. You just created a your Postgres instance. Like it's that easy. Now we can go into the firewall. We can come here and we can basically create a new rule. TCP port is gonna be 5432. It's basically the same port that we had before. This is like a default port for Postgres. It's very well known. Now you don't want this to be like any IP. You usually want this to like be whitelisted. So like you want this to be your backend or your computer or something. But for now it's fine. So yeah, we'll just click create, and now it's really that easy. You just come here. So this is my computer, right? So this is like my actual computer. Um, and now I can just run PySQL host. What is the host? Well, this is gonna be um our IPv4. And then port, well, we already know which port it is, right? User, we said it was Postgres, database test, click enter. And then what is the password? I think it's speedrun, eh? Speedrun. And there we go. Once again, this is my computer. Like, we're connected. Like, you can run this from Python now. You know what I mean? This is just an instance of Postgres that we made in like, oh, I forgot, that we made in 6 minutes. It's just that easy. So like, I don't know, you can create a table users like ID, and then you can go like I don't know, like you can see tables or uh yeah, like select users. I mean, there's not gonna be anything, right? But like this is a proper like this is just a Postgres instance, like that's it. And you can connect with Python to this thing and you just put all your password and your like host and stuff, and that's it. It works. Um, So okay, we just saw how to get Postgres working on this thing. Like it's super easy. Now we'll keep going because there's like a lot more stuff. And you can make this a lot simpler. But I mean, basically, I think so far so good. Like that's just Postgres. It's generally that easy. Okay, so now we'll just look at the domain. So I'll show you how to connect this to a domain. Basically, I created this getdocker.com for these exact purposes. Now I use Namecheap, but this should be basically the same for any other domain provider. Let me see. This is okay. Perfect. It's recording. Now you come here. You go into domains, advanced DNS, and then you add the following. So you delete everything that's like for default, like by default. So just delete. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I might have cut this. I got disconnected, but it's fine. Can you give me like 15 minutes? Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so we just delete the record. We delete the record, and then we create a new one. Okay, a record, perfect. Host, this is gonna be the at, and then IP address. We're just gonna copy this one from here. Boom, there we go. So that's one, and then we create another one, and then we call this C name here, and then target is your domain. So in this case, it's get docker. And then, okay, a new record. There's going to be an A type www IP address. This one right here. I don't think this is necessary, honestly. I think this is just like good practice, but I mean, I do it anyways. Now, this is explanation of what domain records are. So basically, like, what is an A record? What is the at, right? The at is the root domain. So like that would be like hello.com, right? And if you put here txt, that would be txt.hello.com. This is your IP. And then yeah, like a CNAME is basically like a mapping of a subdomain. So like if you put here this like wildcard, it will basically like redirect every subdomain to your main to your like main domain, I guess. Anyways, it's all explained there. You can also like ask ChatGPT. Yeah, this is pretty easy. So now they're just putting here what is our domain. So in our case, get docker.com. See it correctly? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Um, and now we can do something even cooler, which is we can now connect. So before we we're doing SSH root whatever. Now we can go here and we can get docker. Yes. And we're in like where you can just connect to this. It's so easy, right? Super, super, super easy. So perfect. Like we can now connect to our domain. Um, okay, so the DNS is done, and also like okay, second thing, you can also like instead of writing here the IP address, you can just get okay, and then it's I think there we go. So like you can use this from Python or whatever, like JavaScript. I don't know. Like this is just an instance of Postgres. Okay, amazing. So we have DNS working. Okay, now we'll look into something a little bit more daunting. Not that much, but we're gonna set up traffic. What is traffic? Traffic is a reverse proxy and load balancer. That basically yeah just manages routing. So basically it's like yeah domain, then some traffic software magic, and then it maps your infrastructure. Um, okay, so basically now we go from inside your server. So we have the server right here. Let me just maybe move this so it's clear. So you have your server, and then first of all, we create this folder. Now we create this other folder. Now we create this this file, and then we change the permissions, and then basically this is creating like a new Docker network. We're gonna call it traffic public. This is so that traffic can like connect to each one of the microservices. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, amazing. So we have that working. Um, Now, okay, once again, now you need a password for traffic. So like I just you can type it right here. Um, so you just select the password and then you run this command. And that's basically running the thing. Now you have to copy, this is very important, you have to copy this string. So you copy this string and then you paste it here. You'll see why. This is kind of annoying, but I wrote this so that it's not annoying for you. Um, But yeah, basically this is the hash password. So we're gonna save it right here. And then just remember what is our configuration so far. So our username is admin. Our password is what we just said before. And the hash password is basically this thing. And we're gonna use it for the creation of the compose. So, okay, so far so good. Now we create our Docker compose, which is this one. And then we enter it. Now this is once again, I made this like as easy as possible. So like your domain, your email, your domain, and your traffic hash, like all of these is things that we set up before. And I already created the Docker Compose for you. So you can just copy paste it. You come in here and then there we go. Copy paste this thing. Nice. Now I mean, we can take a quick look, right? What is this? Well, this is the image, some commands like the log level, entry points, web address, HTTPS. So like I mean, this is just like simple ports. Swarm mode activated. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, your email basically. This is what we just the the file we created. The ports, the networks. This is also the network we created. Volumes as well. And then okay, this is super important, and you'll get used to this hopefully in a second. But this is like the labels are basically what enables traffic to know what it has to route. Now, okay, don't worry about it right now, but yeah, just have that in mind. Okay, we just save this. Um, yeah, copy pasted. Now I have here an explanation for what traffic is. And then once again, I say that like those labels that we saw is basically what allows traffic to know what to route. But I think it will be more obvious once we get into like an actual example. So once again, Docker stack deploy, the compose, the name, and that's it. So now, I mean, if you look at the traffic thing, we said traffic enable true, and then we said traffic dot, yeah, dot your domain, in this case get Docker. So now we can go into that like subdomain and click admin, and then we put here password. No, and there we go. Like we have a running traffic. Like this is running right here. It's crazy, like so easy. So you can see here like, your routers. I mean, of course, right now we have absolutely nothing, but like here you can see all your services, your routers, your like stuff, and then this is basically like a load balancer as well. So like okay, extremely useful. So okay, we finished we finished doing traffic. Now we're gonna do Portainer. Okay, what is Portainer? Portainer is a user-friendly management tool for overseeing containers. So basically, what we're doing like by hand, but like it's 2025. No, like we're not gonna use the console. Like people don't type on this day and age, right? So we're gonna get a pretty UI for you to do everything. So that's basically Portainer. It's also very useful for like running logs and getting. Oh, you'll see. Okay, so inside your server, once again, we create this folder. We create our compose, and then we edit. Basically the same thing we've been doing before. So far so good. Now, once again, I made this as easy as possible. So like your compose is already here, and your domain is a variable that we already set. So we just come here, and let's see. Okay, version, yeah, the image, right? The volumes that we created, the network that we created before with traffic. Um, and now this is okay. This is Portainer, this is the agent Portainer, and then network as well. And then okay, here are the labels, right? Here are the labels. We basically enable traffic first of all, and then we set up like Portainer to be in this specific subdomain. So like this is gonna be like admin, right? This is where Portainer is gonna live. And how do we do this? By setting these labels. Once again, this will be a lot easier in the future. So okay, we save this, and then I mean you can probably guess what we're gonna do next. Docker stack deploy, what we just created, and then the name. Enter, it's creating. And then once again, like see how I told you that we basically set this to be admin.getdocker.com, right? Well now you can just go into here. Um let's see, it should take a second. So let's see. WPS, is it running? I think it's running. Yeah, 8 seconds ago. Okay, there we go. So okay, admin, and then we get the password. For now, we just call it speaker. Then, yeah, I'm not gonna delete this anyways. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, don't take like security device from me. This is horrible. Please don't do this. Okay, so this is Portainer. Like this is Portainer. You get used to this ghosting UI, but like this is Portainer, and you can see, for example, here we have three stacks. We have Portainer, we have Postgres, and we have traffic. So this is what like the Docker compose that we've been doing by hand. So you can basically manage everything from here, which is very cool. So now, this is such a good tutorial that I basically created this example for you to see how you can use like you can use this UI. So okay, now we're gonna do Redis. Now, if you don't know what a Redis is, it's the basically like in-memory database. Um, Once again, like normally, like you would have to pay someone, or like if you didn't know how to run your own DevOps, you might have to like pay someone, like a service to rent the Redis. But like here, like you can just come, you can rent your own server, right? And then just run Redis on it, and there you go. Like that's it. So once again, we create this folder. We change. Okay, so basically here I just put a funny explanation of the command, which I thought it was interesting. And once again, here you have to put your Redis password. And once again, you just create this. We create this Docker compose. But now, as opposed to before, where we did this on the terminal, now we have this pretty UI to do it. So you come here, you click on stacks, add stack, we go Redis, and here we paste our Docker compose. Basically, this is just the image, the ports, the replication mode, the password, and that's it. So we click deploy stack, and now you can come here and you can see like how well this is doing. So like okay, this is preparing. You can come here as well. You can like see the logs. Okay, this is running perfect. Like service logs and stuff. Like it's all here. Okay, so that's it. Like Redis is running now. The Docker for Redis is running now, which I don't know. It's kind of crazy, right? Like we can test this, so we can go into like Docker. You know, we can check the Docker. Um, which one is it? Okay, it's this one. So we copy the container ID. Now we can go inside of the. Oh, my bad. Of course. We can just copy this thing here, and then now we're basically inside the container. And now we can. What is our password? I think it's Speedrun as well. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So we just go here. There we go. Like that's it. Like right. That's it. Like you get Redis working. Isn't that insane? Like like that's literally it. And not only that, like I mean, you probably like already know how to do this, but let's just do it for fun. You can go into firewall, add rule, basically any IP, TCP, and then in here we say that it's gonna be this port. Save changes. Of course, you don't wanna actually have this thing. You should whitelist it, but save changes. Okay, now this is changed, so you can go here, and then from your computer. So this is your computer. You can go Redis CLI. Um, Now this is not gonna be your IPv4. Now we can just say get docker.com, and then your Redis password is gonna be. Once again, you shouldn't be doing this. Here we go. Like that's it. Well, we set this from the container. Like that's it. You can now connect once again from like Python or whatever, and like you have a running instance of Redis. I usually do this for like when I want to do like worker queue systems or stuff like that, right? Like I just run the queue and like Redis. You can also like spawn instead of a Redis, you can do like a RabbitMQ or something and like just yeah, just run it on your own server. Um, so okay, like you can see right here, we just got Redis working. So that's already extremely useful, but I'm gonna go even further and do something that's it's this is really really cool by the way, but we're gonna do something that's called a Docker registry. So basically what a Docker registry is just like a place where you can upload your Docker like builds, and then you can basically pull from there. So we're gonna create our own Docker registry, and then we're gonna connect to it, and then we're gonna pull our own yeah, like Docker builds basically, like the images. Okay, anyways, what is this? Yeah, storage and distribution for Docker images. Yeah, Docker images. For example, yeah, I push my machine learning pipelines to this registry and then I pull from my servers. So this is like super useful if you have um like a set of Docker images that you use a lot. So you can just push them here and then pull from anywhere else. Okay, so this actually does you need to run some commands on your server. So once again, create this folder, create this other folder. We're gonna create a compose. You could do this from the UI, by the way. I'm just not gonna do that. And then you need to do this. Okay, you also set up a password. I forgot. Just set up a password. And then just put it here, and it's gonna run the thing. So now we go into the compose. Um, and then once again, I made it as easy as possible. So like variables that we need. This is it. Copy paste. We can see once again what is this thing doing. Network. Yeah, your domain is gonna be called registry dot your domain. Password, authentication, the volumes, and then once again these are traffic labels, right? We set up traffic to be enabled, and then we say like okay, route everything that comes to like registry to like this like this upper image. Okay, so that's it. And then we come in here, and then once again we just deploy the compose. There we go. And then like it's just that easy. Like you just gotta Docker registry now. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, it might take a second. Okay, let's try again. Oh, there we go. Logging succeeded. Like that's it. You just have a Docker registry now. It's genuinely so easy. So yeah, once again, as you can now host and save Docker images. Okay, so now we have to add this registry to Portainer. So like, so that Portainer can access the registry that we just created. So let me just move this right here. So we go into Portainer, we go into registries, we go into add registry, we go custom registry, name my registry or something. My registry, it doesn't really matter. Then registry URL. This is like registry dot get docker.com, and then authentication admin run add registry. And there we go. We have a running registry connected to our Portainer. So basically Portainer can now pull, you know how before we created like these by hand kind of like now we can pull from like your own registry, which is very useful, right? You'll see why. So okay, add registry, this is it. Yeah, you can start registry in Docker, it's amazing. So yeah, now for example, you can push GitHub Actions to the registry or like push Docker images to the registry. Now I'm gonna show you how to do that, which is crazy example. Crazy example. Okay, so now just to give you an idea of what you can do with this, like you can just do like you can run any single image on your server. Like if you have a Docker um image, so you can do I don't know like a Python project, or you can do um like a C binary, or you can do like a JavaScript or whatever. Like it doesn't really matter if it works on Docker, it's gonna work in here. So like you just push it to the registry and then you pull. Now, if you don't know how that looks like, I'm gonna show it to you in a second. So okay, so let's just go to v0 and then just ask v0 to okay create a single page with a doc and a um, timestamp of I just say text timestamp of what did we get in the thing? There we go. Of whatever this thing minutes with the doc image. Okay, so let's just ask v0 to do this. Um, so yeah, let's I'm gonna show you how to do this with the Next.js project. Okay, so for this, we're gonna get v0 to do the code. Now you go to this page. You literally call it Docker file Next.js. Then you get the first one, and that's it. Okay, so this is our Docker file. Where is it? It's right here, and I'm gonna show you what else to do. So first of all, okay, this is good enough. We connect to GitHub. Yeah, create repository. Let's just get Docker. Let's give it a second. Actually, let's add the title cat Docker. Okay, so basically we're gonna have this. We're gonna use this Docker file, and then I'll show you what else we have to do. So yeah, grab the Docker file. I'm gonna add the config in a second, and then change the dependencies. Okay, amazing. Now we click deploy, push and deploy, scanning files. Okay, while this thing is deploying, we can just open our GitHub code. So now we go into our terminal. Where is it? Okay, so this is our computer, right? Now let me just go into, and now we clone this thing. Okay, amazing. We just clone this thing. Now let me, okay, is this, uh, okay, this is working. Okay, amazing. Um, Now what are we doing? We just touch the Docker file and then we beam it. And then we literally steal this thing. Doesn't matter. We don't have to know what they're doing. We just steal this thing. What is this thing doing? Once again, if you don't know what a Docker file works, it basically like yeah, like it just pulls like an entire um like OS image basically like, and then you just run the commands that you want to run, and then at the end, like it just does something special. It's basically just like running an entire machine. Okay, so okay, we got the Docker file, amazing. Um, we literally wrote this from their docs. Now they say something here. Okay, we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. And now they say something in here, I think, yeah. So you need in existing projects, you need to add this. So just go to bin config.next.js, I think. Is it this one? Oh, next.config, my bad. Next.config, and then just add this right here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So now just add that in there. And now for some reason, I don't know why, to be honest. For some reason, you need to change this. Otherwise it won't work. And like I don't get it. Like they provided their own thing, right? Like it's you would imagine that it would be, I mean they literally made it their okay, give me 1 second. So breakdown is two, and I'll just move this. Okay. They basically like they made this themselves, right? So it's kind of odd that it doesn't work right out of the box. But yeah, you just have to change this. If you have your own project, like you don't have to do this, right? If your own project builds, you don't have to do this. So okay, now we're gonna add the GitHub action. So create the GitHub. Oh, that's my bad actually. Uh, wait, did I? Yeah, okay, my bad. So we have to cd into it first, and now we create the workflows, and then we cd into this as well, and then yeah, just like touch. We're gonna call this Docker image. Now this is called the GitHub action. You can do this from the UI as well. I'm just gonna do it from here, and I just build this. Um, and then also I build this as like extremely easy. Like I build it for you too. So you can just change your app name. So get Docker, um, change your name, and then you can come here and just copy paste this. And there we go. Now we're gonna delete this. You'll see why. We're gonna delete this. And we're just gonna save this. What is this doing? Basically, like every time you push on main or you like pull request on main, um, it basically will execute this build. So we'll do a Docker login. Now you have to change this. Okay, so you have to change this to like these two cannot be like cannot be plain text, right? This should be your GitHub secrets or something. Like this is horrible. You don't do this. But for now, I'm just doing it like this. But this should be like a GitHub secret. Okay, so we basically build a Docker image, and then we tag the image, and then we push it to our very own registry. So this is our own registry. So we're gonna push it to there. So okay, we're just gonna add everything, and we're gonna commit everything, files, and then okay. I usually don't do this, by the way. This is just me trying to. It's not even a speedrun anymore, but okay. So this is pushed. Now we can go into our project. Actually, I closed it. Oops. So now we're going to our project, and then we're going to actions, and then whoa, it's working. Let's go. So these are build, and this is building. Um, Now while this is building, so we can close this. We can close this stopwatch. We can close traffic as well. And now, okay, so now we basically build this. Oh, there's a problem. Why? Okay, so my bad. Apparently, like the error is because I didn't upload the log file, of course. So I changed dependencies, but I didn't like install this thing, so the log file is like not changed. So let me just like you just install these things so that the log file gets automatically updated. Um, so yeah, oops, my bad. I mean, this is annoying though. Like this, I don't know if it works without this. Maybe it does. I just haven't tried. Okay, amazing. So now we're good. Uh, oh, yeah, updated. Is it the log file updated? I think it is. Oh yeah, there we go. And then yeah, we push more. So my bad. I forgot to upload the log file. Anyways, we're good. Okay, this is running now. Perfect. Now, okay, we got this running, and now, okay, when it builds, we can pull it from a registry. We can pull it from a registry, and then we can run it. So let's just come here, copy this thing, and then we go to admin dot get docker, and then we go here, dashboard, stacks, create new stack, and then we call this app, and then we'll put this here. So like, what is this thing doing, right? Well, this is getting the image from our own registry with the label that we define. So our own registry label that we define is using this traffic network, and then you can see here, right? Like what I told you about the labels. You basically enable traffic, and then you say like, okay, route this thing, so app route it to getdocker.com, and then the load balancer is going to be in this port or whatever, and then yeah, some like HTTPS and the resolver. So basically, you can just basically copy paste this, and then you change the app for anything that you're running yourself, and then you change this for whatever you want your domain to be. So just deploy. Let's see if this worked, because it might. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's built. So it's built, and then we come here, app, bam, it's running. Okay, sick. So now we can go get the create.com. Okay, okay, okay. It's not up yet. There we go, baby. Yeah, there's a note like. Okay, so just for reference, what are you doing right now? Like, you just you're just hosting your own front end. Like you're just hosting your own like Next.js thing. That's it. Like you don't have to pay for like crazy like as far as I know, this is what Brazil is doing and this is what like Railway is doing. And I mean they're pretty cool like they're pretty cool companies. But I mean you can like fundamentally host everything yourself if you want to. Um I mean I've never hosted something that's like that crazy that serves like millions of users, so that might be like really hard to scale. But like for relatively medium-sized applications, this is just fine. And then you can just run everything. Like for example, this is a C binary. Then well, these things that you're seeing right here, this is all running on like my own Hetzner. So like I mean, and as far as I know, right? I mean, I might be wrong, but as far as I know, most of front end is done on like client side, right? So like it's not even that like you don't need crazy servers. And then again, if you do need a crazy server, you can just log into your server and be like, okay, how much like memory is this thing using, right? Like, oh damn, that's a lot of Redis or something. And then just like pay for the biggest one. You pay like $5 and then you get like double the RAM or something. Okay, so we're finished. That's it. We got Docker to work and yeah, everything else to work. So yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, so I just finished editing the video and I realized that I didn't explain this last part. So I'm just gonna do it right now. As I said in the video, we basically have this last line in our GitHub action, which triggers the container webhook. Now, what is this? I think this makes sense if we run through the steps. So step one, we log into Docker, check out code, then we build the image, then we tag the image, then we push to the registry. So this is what we built. So it's pushing to the registry. But even though it pushes to the registry, our service doesn't really know that it's been updated, that there's a new image. Because you could just push to the registry all the images that you want, but you can have like a stable image or the version of the image that you want in your service. So basically, we need to tell uh, our service that it needs to be updated. So how do we do that? Well, we go in here, stack, we go into our app, and then we click here, and then service webhook. So you copy the link, and then you go into, so this is our GitHub. You go into the GitHub action, and then at the end, we basically just copy this thing, and paste it at the end. Just fix the indent thing. Now, this is this is a secrets. This is a GitHub secrets, and everything should be everything should be using this thing. Like they should be using this thing. They should be using this thing. You shouldn't put stuff in plain text. This is horrible. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna copy paste it. So once again, what is this thing doing? This is just like a URL that gets sent a request whenever there's a new image on our registry, so that our service knows and then pulls the new image. And it does this automatically. So you don't have to do anything. You just push to GitHub and it automatically updates your either your front end or your back end or whatever it is your images. So this is basically like just doing exactly what Marcel is doing, just by yourself and hosting by yourself. So yeah, that's it. That's all I missed, I think. I also realized that I wasn't very precise with my speech. Sometimes I was saying like, "Oh, this and that." So yeah, I tried to fix that in the future, and also I didn't really explain a lot of the things I was using. So if there are questions, I can definitely answer them later. Also, I figured like this stack by myself. I don't really know if it's the best one. So if there's someone out there who actually knows maybe a better one, I mean that would be absolutely lovely if they can just make a video as well, like 20 minutes or something, and just doing what I did. But I mean, if there's a better option, I sincerely don't know. But I mean, this works really well, and it's has been working really well for me with some pretty big projects. So yeah, I know for a fact that this works, and I hope this was useful.